couple of weeks ago, we made smoked queso out on the PitBoss Pro Series combo, and we loved it. We're gonna do it again today, frankly, just because it was so darn good. So we have a nice cast iron enamel-coated Dutch oven. We're gonna be using that to actually do the smoking, and I've just fired it up with mesquite in it. And I wanna do mesquite because we're cooking this at 300 degrees. It's we're not gonna be in there very long, so we wanna impart as much smoke flavor as we can. So let's talk about what we add into this. A 2-pound block of Velveeta cheese. I can't imagine there's any real dairy in this, given that it's not in the refrigerated section, but damn, it's good, and I don't want to look at the ingredients for just that reason. To keep up with the smoky flavor, we're going to add in, this happens to be an 8-ounce chunk of smoked Gouda cheese, 1 can of Rotel. This is the original one. They have a Chipotle one that's really good as well. And then we're going to add in 1 can of cream of chicken soup, and you can use any cream of soup. The idea is this really helps make it a little bit more creamy. I would like to have used cream of celery or cream of jalapeno or even cream of mushroom, but I know everybody at our house really likes the cream of chicken, so we'll be using that one. And for meat, we're gonna do chorizo in this one. So Deb's actually browning up the chorizo right now. We've got 1 pound of that. So let's go ahead and get this stuff cubed up and ready to go. So we now put all of our items into our Dutch oven. We have a 2-pound block of the Velveeta cheese. I did 8 ounces of smoked Gouda. You could do anywhere from 8 to 16 ounces is fine. You want to cut in about 1-inch chunks. I added 1 can, actually I did about 3/4 of a can of Rotel, just because the rest of the people in the family here don't necessarily care for that kind of spice. Added 1 can of the cream of chicken soup, and also added in some chorizo. So you can kind of see what it looks like here, and we'll just get it mixed up. The more you can scrape off of the sides while you're doing this, the better off it'll be, just because that's going to burn on there. So I'm just going to kind of scrape down what I just made a mess up here on it while I mixed it. At this stage, you just want to add your favorite seasoning. We're using Tony Cattry's Creole season. You can put whatever you like in it. Just put a little bit of that in there. We're going to cook this at 350 degrees for about 45 minutes uncovered. We want a lot of that mesquite smoke to really impart into this. But I am going to stir it about every 10 minutes or so while we go through this. As you can imagine, it's going to sort of burn at the bottom a little bit. I'm also not going to put it directly over my fire pot. I'm going to move it to the side to reduce any charring that might happen on the bottom. Last time we did this, we certainly had some charring. It didn't affect the flavor. It wasn't a burnt flavor. My only disappointment with the fact that some of it was charred is it left about 4 bites we couldn't actually eat. That was the only really downside of that. So let's go ahead and get this thing thrown it out on the smoker. So let me show you just what this looks like. It is amazing looking. No double dipping, I broke the chip. I'll give this a shot, get a little bit of that chorizo, a little bit of that Rotel. That is good. Smoky, a little bit of that kick from the chorizo, tastes wonderful. I will say, we threw a few shrimp out on the grill as well. Did some Jamaican jerk shrimp. It's a hand food kind of dinner tonight. I hope you give this recipe a try. It's phenomenal. We'll see you next Tuesday back on the smoker.